Hello, everyone. Yes, that is right. I am indeed, of course, the one, the only, none other than. Oi, oi, it's your boy. UK's finest. Ricky J, bringing you the hottest in takes, bold predictions, and straight up banner from across the pond. Welcome to the bell never stops ringing. Welcome to the People Wrestling Podcast. Let me go ahead and do this. Of course, I'm going to share, like, subscribe, all those cool things, all those good things. Share, like, subscribe for more. I'm still on the hunt for a co-host for the podcast. If you do, you let me know. Doing the go and check out REW Dream Wrestling Online East Company. Spots were open. You want in, you let me know or let Billy know. Speaking of Billy, go and check out his Protein Tees. Get a shout out on REW. Should you buy a shirt? The money for the cancer t-shirt goes to a cancer charity. And go and check out ROW Reality Wrestling Booker T coming in where Billy's a referee and trainee wrestler. So go and go to your ticket, meet him in action or even calling it. So let's get right into the first segment here. Let's waste no more time. Let's get to what's clicking at the table. Today will be kind of a laid-back episode of the People Wrestling Podcast. But what have I been up to? Heading, so kind of the same as usual, really, with a little bit more added in. So heading to the gym, going to my games club, going doing Crown Green bowling. My very first ever game on Wednesday as part of the team. So that was cool. Didn't win, but I'm still learning, and it's great to be part of a team. What I wanted to do. It certainly fills up my Wednesdays. I did go to my craft class, and I made, because there was a pay-per-view this weekend, I did make one of these. Early today, headed to Men's Shed, did a bit of painting. And kind of that's pretty much all I've been up to. Guys, let me know what you have been up to, what you've got coming up. Now, there is no movie talk. I haven't watched any movies since the last time I've been on. There is no news and headlines. There is no This Week in Wrestling History. So we're going to jump right to, I'm going to do it after this. I'm going to do it right now. I'm going to jump right to a bit of celebrating, or a celebration, should I say. And we do that with Wrestler's Birthday. So today, it is the birthday of, in no particular order, Zack Sabre Jr., Tucker, Angelo Dawkins and WWE Hall of Famer Tori Wilson. So a gigantic happy birthday to each one of you. Happy birthday to all of you. And if you guys are looking for a gift, if you guys are on the hunt for a gift at your birthdays, any other celebration, birthdays or any other celebration, then this is the gift for you. You know, Pinfall Counter 3 shout outs, and I inducted people to the channel Hall of Fame. That again, Pinfall Counter 3 shout outs, and I inducted people to the channel Hall of Fame. And how to do that? Well, it is this right here. Anyway, Protein Tees Gummers 1, Protein Tees Gold Ones 1. But let's now get into today's wrestling scene. Now we do that with Wrestling Roundup. Now, I do want to go over SmackDown a couple of weeks ago. I know that I missed it. When I came off and we're thinking later on, I actually missed SmackDown. So I want to go over that right now very, very quickly. I know it was 2 weeks ago and they played no real point, but I still want to go over it. So you had Nick Aldis in the ring. Out came Cody Rhodes. Finn Balor got the 1, 2, 3 on Tama Tonga. Match made for SummerSlam. Jimmy Uso in the ring. Royce Keys came out. Jacob Fatu did. So, Jacob Fatu on the stick. This led to a match where Jimmy Uso got the upper hand of Royce Keys. Jay Cargill knocked off Alexa Bliss. Kamala Hayes by DQ got a victory against Trick Williams because Baron Corbin returned. And then Gunther came out. Nick Aldis did. Cody Rhodes made the Gunther attack. Cody Rhodes made the save. So I'm going to go through all of that quickly. I know this was 2 weeks ago. They played no real points of this, but I still want to go over it just for my sake, really. So the Nick Aldis, Cody Rhodes stuff, cool. Finn Balor looks like he's starting to get a push. You know, if he moving into SmackDown means he's getting a push, then I'm not opposed to it. Jimmy Uso knocking off Royce Keys. I think they just made Royce Keys feel like just another guy. Jay Cargill defeating Alexa Bliss. Cool. Very interested to see Baron coming back. Yeah, that's all I'm going to leave it as that. And then the Gunther, Nick Aldis, Cody Rhodes stuff. Interesting. I'm going to give that SmackDown a half thumbs up. Now, there is nothing to talk about with AEW. So I'm going to get right into last week's Friday Night SmackDown. Very little happened, but let's go over it anyway. So, Gunther came on out. Adam Pearce did. Cody Rhodes did. Finn Balor scored the W over Tama Tonga. Tizzy Stratton sent packing JC Jane. Jade Cargill by DQ got the upper hand of Nia Jax. The War Raiders defeated and beat Fraxium, and then another DQ finish saw Cody Rhodes win and Gunther lose. So let's go through all of that. So the Gunther and Pierce, Cody Rhodes stuff, obviously building up Saturday night's main event, which I'll get to in a second. Like I say, Finn Balor does seem to be getting a push, and I'm not opposed to that. I probably had JCJ win here, but again, Jay just feels just like another person on the roster. If they're building Jay Cargill back up, I'm not opposed to that. Fraxium War Raiders played their best match on SmackDown last week, and Cody Rhodes, Gunther, I understand you're so close to Saturday night's main event, you don't want to everybody looking weak, so I'm going to give that, oh God, I think I gave it there was one gun match, so in between a half thumbs up and thumbs down, so round about there. Let's get into Saturday Night main event that saw Fatal Influence kicking off the night as your new WWE Women's Tag Team Champions. So a big win for Fatal Influence here. Hopefully they make it feel more than just another tag team. You also had Danhausen getting the 1, the 2, the 3 on JD McDonough. No disqualification. Really not much to be said there. Danhausen's over. That was a cool match. Bayley lost to Lara Valkyria. I'm liking Lara Valkyria's new gimmick, and it does look like Bayley's on her way out of WWE. So, kind of that's unfortunate for Bayley, but a big win for Lyra. And CM Punk and Cody Rhodes did prevail against Gunther and Sami Zayn. So it is going to remain one-on-one at SummerSlam. And of course, you had Roman Reigns and Jalen Brunson come on out. Then Tyrese Halliburton did. Someone's attacked, cut Reigns from behind. Saturday night's main event was actually quite decent, and I think I gave it a half thumbs up. If you want to get here, just 1 second, then we can get into Monday Night Raw. 1 second, guys. 1 second. Do bear with. So on the red brand, you have the Vision score big against Dragon Lee and Javon Evans. Danhausen came out. Dominic Mysterio and JD McDonough did. Brawl. Joe Hendry made the save. Obafemi got his hand raised high against JD McDonough. Solo Sikoa came out. Seth Rollins did. Jacob Fatu did. Jacob got super kicked. Chad Gable and Penta were on winning ways against Ethan Page and Rusev. Joe Hendry pinned Dominic Mysterio. A match had been made for SummerSlam, and Jacob Fatu did prove he was a better man on the night against L.A. Knight. Yeah. Then a brawl to end Raw. So Vision winning, cool. The Danhausen Jimmy Day stuff was just a build to a match at SummerSlam. Obafemi winning, build momentum for him heading into SummerSlam. The Seth Rollins Solo Sikoa stuff is interesting. Chad Gable picking up momentum heading into SummerSlam. Joe Hendry beating Dominic Mysterio, cool. And the main event was okay. The brawl that followed it was decent, and I give Raw a half thumbs up. Getting into NXT, that saw Dark State start off the night as winners against Shaquan Sugars, Noam Dar, and Romeo Marino. Kendall Gray came out, then Lola Vice did. Kiana Carver was not your loser, but your winner against Hank Walker. Jared Parker picked up the win against Nade. Sean Spears outsmarted Nico Vance. Reina Volkan had a triumphant debut, and Tony Angelo is still your NXT men's champion in a street fight match. Then you had Mike Santana come on out. So, Dark State, probably, I don't know if a much needed win for these. I don't really know. Can't really say, really. The Lola Vice Kendall's great stuff builds up that. Cool win for Keanu. I presume that Jade and Natty are going to have a third match, maybe with Thea Hale involved. And if they involve Thea Hale, again, I'm not opposed to that. Sean Spears did win by DQ. Again, I presume they're going to have another match. Reina Volkan very quickly feels just like another person on the roster. And Tony Angelo is, like I said, still your NXT men's champion. Looks like Mike Santana is targeting Tony D, and I give NXT a half thumbs up. Getting in now to Evolve, that saw Shido Ash and Victor Zukov, I think they were called, prevailed against Cappuccino Jones and Marcus Mathers. Joey Van Duke and Sam Holloway went to a double deep count out. Holland Lewis came on out. Aaron Rourke did. Tristan Angels did. Max Abrams did. Brawl. Brooks Jensen got the better of Elijah Holyfield. Nikita Lyons is still your women's champion. And then a brawl ensued, which I'll get to. So Shido Ash and Victor Zukov, new faces. This is what Evolve is all about. I like that Sam Holloway is getting in some sort of storyline. I'm not opposed to that. The Holland Lewis, Aaron Rourke, Tristan Angels, Max Abrams promos, cool. Brooks Jensen now said it's each and every week. If it wasn't for Evolve, Brooks would have been released a long time ago. Nikita Lyons retaining, no shocker there. And then you have PJ Vassar Attack, Ren Sinclair, Scarlett Ray, and Thea Hale came out. Promo by Cynthia Thatcher, and I give Evolve a half thumbs up. We've got predictions to do. We have the latest show to go over that I went to, but we do that on the other side of this. That is right, guys. Share, like, subscribe. Share, like, subscribe. As we're going to do a bit of predicting here. So it is. Give me 1 second, 1 second. So the predictions for this Sunday's AEW Redemption. I will keep this up as I'm predicting here. So in no particular order, it's going to be in a tag team chain match, the Bang Bang Gang versus the Dogs. This could go either way. I'll say the Dogs, I think they need to win more. The Death Riders battle the Young Bucks. Again, this could go either way, but I think Will Ospreay needs to build momentum for All In. So they say the Death Riders take the win here. In a no-holds-barred match, it is Chris Jericho going one-on-one against Tommaso Ciampa. They could give the win to Tommaso Ciampa here. It will be a ladder match, number one contender for the International Championship, Jack Perry, Beef Mortis, Commander, Speedball Matt Bailey, Nick Wayne, and El Clone. I'll say I have no idea, but my prediction is to be Speedball Mike Bailey. For the TBS Championship, Challenger Maya World Champion Hikaru Shida. I think Hikaru Shida retains. For the National Championship, Mark Davis is defending against Andrade El Idolo. They could give the title to Andrade. But I think Mark Davis will keep it. Cup and Christian are putting those AEW World Tag Team titles on the line against the Death Riders, but I think that Corbin Christian will work out still your World Tag Team Champions. Kyle Fletcher and Bandito go toe-to-toe for the International Championship, and I think Kyle Fletcher will remain your champion. Thekla and Willow Nightingale fight it out over the Women's Championship, and I think Thekla will come in and go out the same way. And then for the Men's World Championship, Kevin Knight, Kenny Omega are out there, and I think Kenny Omega does indeed retain. So go ahead and get your predictions in. And we'll go to the final segment here, which of course is, I said, quite a short episode this week. The final segment, of course, is my outside of outs, where I've been a little bit more in depth to the shows I've been to. I haven't got my vlog out for this, so go and look at it. But your last segment is one second, of course it is. I'm going to find the banner. Wrestling Day is out. So the latest show that I went to was, I'm going to keep this up as I'm discussing it. The latest show was This is Wrestling 1 for All. Decent enough show. Easy enough to get there and back. Drinks cheap enough. I think $4.50 a pint. Nowadays, that is fairly cheap. Nice selection of food. Burgers, hot dogs, cookies, custard pastries. Cheap, very, very filling. Show itself was decent. The card, but not as strong this time, but it was decent. I did indeed get a free poster as part of the VIP ticket. Like I said, it was a decent enough card. The Scott card itself probably wasn't as strong, but the show itself was decent, and I'm going to give it a half thumbs up. So do go ahead, guys. Remember to share, like, subscribe. Share, like, subscribe. Do look out for my SmackDown preview, SmackDown watch along, then match and show of the week. So SmackDown preview, SmackDown watch along, match and show of the week. All coming your way. But always remember, it is Ricky J. We're going to really bite to the fight.